Many think of communication as something that comes after real action, but actually, while also helping you to lever the effects of the products and services you're providing, communication can be the very tool by which you achieve big social impact. The three pillars of communicating for impact are creating your story, speaking in public, and communicating professionally. For all of these, it is important to realize that communication is action. Recent research in corporate social responsibility, for example, suggests that walking the talk might be a thing of the past. Instead, researchers suggest that walking and talking in unison are a new way of getting to positive change more effectively. When it comes to creating and communicating your story, this means that you need to become aware of who would be most important to address. This may differ based on your product or service. From the Chill Shock team, for example, who are producing a fair trade and organic hemp drink meant to ease stress and foster relaxation, we learned that they first needed to build a fan base and sell to them directly before they could start placing their product in retail stores. Blue Assist, a mobile app that helps people with mental disabilities to move around independently in cities, instead reported that it was not the target group itself that needed to be convinced of the app. Instead, the Blue Assist team had to communicate to the providers of care homes, who then transmitted the information to their inhabitants. As regards public speaking, recent research shows that surprisingly, what all types of investors look for first are ventures that have a strong response to a major social problem. The business concept, although important, is secondary when it comes to convincing them. So if you don't understand and communicate the problem and your solution well, you most likely won't close an investment deal. At the same time, and as shown by another study, once the pitch moves into matters concerning the organization and the team, entrepreneurs need to communicate strategically. More business-oriented investors will want to hear evidence of management capabilities, while value-oriented investors will look out for experience in dealing with a target group or a track record of voluntary engagement. The main message here is, choose the right signals. Finally, when aiming to communicate professionally, you need to find the right balance between your communication efforts and the status of your venture. It makes little sense to communicate intensely while the venture is not able to deliver what you promise. But at the same time, once you have a highly professional and impactful organization, don't forget to tune up your communication in line. It is also important to realize that communication on social media requires being proficient, but also a high communication frequency to be recognized, while individual communication, for example to investors, needs to be much more targeted and selective. It is not easy to find a good match between an investor and a social venture. When communication is meant to advance your mission, or especially when communication actually is your mission, you cannot do without any one of these three pillars. If you play them right, however, your communication will truly be action for greater impact.